Woo! No audio. Oh my god,
That's
that was
all right.
hilarious.
Everyone's clapping in the chat room anyway, so it's kind of like the same thing.
Oh God, what? I have no idea what's.
Oh, we lost audio, right? So.
Oh, we lost audio.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I'm taking my earpiece out. Dad, I can't hear you anymore.
Oh.
I never could.
Wait, you really couldn't? So you just sat
I had
in silence?
no ears.
Oh, you just sat in
Nothing.
silence while Dutta was talking.
I can hear him through the glass.
Just nodding your head like.
Yeah, he's
my
explaining
God.
things. I was like, yeah, it's great.
He's probably
yeah,
right.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Whatever
I'm
it is,
sure
I
he's
bet
correct.
it's intelligent.
That pen.
knows
Good
more
show.
about that than
Good
I
job.
do.
That was a
Yeah,
good
good
one.
job, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
We threw a curveball at you for the, hey, by the way, we're changing how we're doing the middle of it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So we figured we'd explain the blood of the show thing. So the whole...
That's your fault.
It is my fault because I made it...
1000% your fault.
I know. So I will re-edit the middle of the show where we were staging for Jared's segment. I'll edit that back into the After Dark segment, and then you'll have to forward through it and find when we just had these awkward...
So the big deal here is that while Carrie-Ann has a tendency to speak off the cuff and every once in a while says some really, really stupid crap, Ben almost never speaks off the cuff. And when he does, he almost always says some sort of weird crap. And so we're trying to walk Jade through what we're doing slightly differently with the handoff because we want the Capcom position to really be Capcom and not just like, hi, I'm here and I do stuff, and then never say anything again through the rest of the show, or sometimes come back at the end and go, all right, cool, I actually have control of the third segment. We want Capcom to be the constant throughout the show because that's kind of what Capcom is the communications officer for the most part of the whole mission, the whole show, right? So Capcom comes in the beginning and says, I am Capcom, I will be here, here's the things that are going on, I am directing this, and then for the second segment, we don't want Capcom to just all of a sudden run away. That doesn't seem to make sense to us. So for Capcom to be able to say, hi, still me again, still in control, by the way, I'm handing it over now, here you go. Jared, have fun with that. And then Jared has fun with that. And then we come back for the third segment and say, I am here again. I'm still in control of this particular segment. That's what we want. That's what we want for that particular role. That's what makes sense to me. That's what...
We're trying it out. I mean, we tried it out this week for the first time.
And so, of course, we just threw it at Jade. So here we are. Ben's trying to walk Jade through it. Hey, we're doing something a little bit different. So, Patreons and the lifeblood of the show and blood and body. And I was like, no, what are you doing? What are you saying? What is happening? So it's we have no sign of the tomorrow. That's not a thing. We're not doing that. No.
It's like Zoltan.
Jared, you do not need to stick around if you would like to stick around. Yeah, Zapfan.
Oh, yeah, Jared, go enjoy your conference.
Yeah,
get out of here, Jared.
Bye.
Mike
Get out
left,
of here.
Athena left, you definitely can leave.
Can't
Don't
even
worry about
hear.
it. But love you, baby. Yes, Stratty, does that mean that Jade gets to tell Ben to shut up? Absolutely. Because Capcom is in control.
Kind of. Wait, hang on. Where's Jared? Wait, do we get a final goodbye from Jared? I gotta put my ear back in.
Jesus Christ. Did you guys pull me back on?
Yeah, you're back on the air now.
Oh, okay. Well, what's going on?
Don't swear you're on the air.
Hold on, I don't even have my ears in, so hold on. I need to turn everything on, so.
All this to say goodbye.
Give me a moment. I still can't.
Oh, you still can't hear?
Oh, great.
Okay, hold on. Now I have to change my microphone so I don't sound like I'm in a submarine.
You do sound like you're in a submarine.
Now I shouldn't sound like I'm in the submarine.
There you go.
Just
Did they have fun?
So what am I doing?
I don't know. We're just saying goodbye. Did they have fun?
Yeah.
That's great. It was a great
Yeah,
interview. That's all. We just want to say goodbye and thank you and go enjoy your conference.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna go look at shiny things.
Okay, go look at shiny things.
I'll see you later.
bye.
Bye.
All right,
Biggest
bye.
crowd.
Well,
Yay.
I'm not sure that's going to
I
happen.
love how you're like, oh no, we're just saying goodbye. Let me ask you a question. no, it's goodbye. No, are you staying though? It's like the longest on-air Minnesota goodbye since how to speak Minnesotan.
I'm Minnesotan. I do long goodbyes. That's what I do.
3 days later, when you finally leave.
All right.
Man.
Wrong
Man, oh,
parted
man.
Ben hair looks weird.
Oh wait, my ear's out. What'd you say?
Wrong parted Ben hair looks weird.
Wrong parted Ben hair. Ah.
Ah,
Oh, because
I like it though.
well, see, it only works to us.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It doesn't.
So we have. How do I describe what's going on to the world? We have preview screens that show us what's coming up, what's next, and a few of the different cameras. And in the Zoom stuff that we use now instead of Skype, they do what you normally do with video conferencing, which is in your own video, they actually flip it around. There you go. So that's kind of what we see.
Hey, there it is.
But without
Wow.
the infinite repeating on
is
one corner. Yeah. Isn't that wicked?
That's-
Way more impressive than what we
Awesome.
actually
So-
have to deal with.
So Zoom will flip your own local video and flips it horizontally so it looks like a mirror to you. But that means that we can see our own flipped around video. And when you put it in program to preview, we had one that was forward and one that was backward. And I can high five myself. It was fun.
Yeah. Fun. That's what we'll call it.
That's what that was.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Do we need Kay McCoy? I don't understand. And no, Johnny Spacer asks, is Ben wearing bell bottoms?
No.
No.
Thankfully
I
not.
wish.
You wish? You want me to wear bell bottoms?
Bell bottoms are making a comeback.
Why?
They made a comeback
Aren't they dead again?
because why not? No, they will never die.
Isn't the 90s making a comeback? I hope so because I'm wearing.
90s,
I'm
I feel
wearing
like
kind
never
of
really
90s.
left, to be honest. 90s is kind of like that weird cousin at the party who just kind of stays a little longer than you welcome them to, but you love them because
Because I feel like I'm dressed.
nostalgic about
I
the
feel like I'm
90s.
kind of dressed 90s-ish.
That actually
Little
describes
bit.
my entire marriage.
Ben's the weird cousin.
Oh, that's awkward and weird now. Weirder.
I love it. I love it. Things are just getting so weird and lovely on this show, and it's really just being great. I love bell bottoms.
What? Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Kay McCoy wants to know if we need the shipments of What?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
It's like a sour cream, if I remember correctly, but like not sour cream.
Top the tater. Top the tater. Sounds like a party game. You guys want to play Top the Tater?
It sounds like a really I don't have a lot of things to entertain myself party game. Of I don't know, we got potatoes and
I have a potato
butter.
and a little
We'll just
hat.
play top the tater.
Want to play?
Okay,
Top the tater.
great. Let's do that.
I'm into it.
What Rebel Ace Friesland asks.
Friesland.
What the hell are bell bottoms? Off to Google.
What?
Whoa.
You're too young.
Whoa.
Excuse me?
Not okay.
Have you not seen that 70s show?
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's perfectly acceptable answer if you don't know what bell bottoms are. I am okay with
I'm
that.
offended.
I wasn't born in the 70s, but I know what bell bottoms
Yeah, no kidding.
Sure, but Rebel Ace Friesland possibly was born in the 90s.
Or aughts.
Yeah, but hasn't
In theory, the aughts, yeah.
that 70s show been off air for a decade?
It doesn't mean it's still not a classic. I got
mean-
people who are still watching it somewhere.
I overheard somebody say something along those lines too about it's a classic, and then reference something from 10 years ago, and I
Which
was like,
feels like
screw you, buddy.
I'll show you classic.
I don't know, classic stuff, no doubt. Oh, we are not talking.
So apparently Seki is 10 minutes behind the live show, and it's just now beginning after dark.
Wow.
So clap. Yeah, I know. And in 10 more minutes, we'll see that comment. My preview screen's over here. I really need to get. I need to
This
get
over
them-
there,
Thank
like
you.
we've been saying, why
Thank
is it that
you.
it's only bothersome to you when you go through it, even though every single person who is hosted makes that mistake, and you watch them do it, and you just say, it's okay, just look at the camera with the red light on it.
Yeah, just look at the camera through it. That's how I
Then
knew
why
I
didn't
needed
you
to
do
look
that?
over. I did. I
Why
looked
didn't
over
you do
there.
that?
I did that.
Why didn't you just do that?
I was looking at the screen and
Why
then
did
I
you do that? Why didn't you just look at that?
Well, I was looking.
Why did you look at that?
Well, I wanted to
Why
see
isn't
what
that
the-
on there anyway?
Well, because
Actually, why doesn't that just work? Why do we have a third one, by the way? We have 3 cameras.
More questions?
No, I'm just trying to figure out why you don't want to fix it until you have to deal with it.
I'd like to second those questions. Can we have some getting hot in here, huh?
Yeah, actually, it's like 76 degrees Fahrenheit.
Got the interrogation lights on.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting again.
No, we're not. Just I'm right again.
I'm just.
Yes, so that is on my list of things to do. It's not quite that easy, but it is on the list.
All right. What's before it on the list?
Labeling the mic packs.
Good, you've done that.
You would appreciate that.
Yeah, I do appreciate that.
Actually, before
And I actually really appreciate the labeling.
Yeah, so actually fixing that screen right there that they can't see.
Yes.
So it doesn't flash all the time.
Right.
Yeah, that's trying to figure out how to do that. Once I can figure that out, then I can replicate what that solution is over to these screens. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
He's on record now. You're all witnesses. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, are we done with that? This show is long. We had a good chunk of After Dark in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I got all
I feel like we got a good amount of our awkward out.
Got my dark out.
We need to have awkward fun time with Jade sometime. I think that's the name of the show.
Little AFT
AFT.
coming at you, red hot. And I'll keep looking at the wrong camera. It's gonna really be great.
Oh my God, Vax me at 16. I'm excited for this link.
Oh, yeah, I'm all in. I'm all in on this one.
This is fun.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah. That is good stuff
Is
right there.
Camera, I
Nice.
can get this.
Who dat?
That's Vax Headroom.
Awesome.
Whoa,
At 16.
what a babe. Well, I mean,
You know, this is what we need to do now. We then now need to get a. You know, we just hold it in front of my face. We need to get a
look.
picture of Mike at 16 and compare.
They do look eerily simmer.
Simmer?
Simmer, that's what I said.
You're done.
Vax with no beard. Amga.
That's awesome.
Smokey Dirk. Awkward Fun Time with Jade is the name of my ska band.
great. Because we definitely need more ska bands.
Yeah, we do.
Actually, I think Awkward Fun Time with Jade would actually get quite a few viewers on YouTube. I'm pretty sure.
Careful what you wish for.
I'm pretty
buddy.
sure, buddy. Pretty sure. Like you could just sit there and just be like, at least like eating like a sandwich or something.
Something viscous. With
Viscous?
lots of mouth noise.
If you could, like,
Yeah,
Spaghetti.
that's what I mean.
spaghetti,
Yeah,
that
that's-
would be best.
Yeah, that and then followed by like some sort of soup. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like a liquidy soup. Like
Yep.
a watery.
Yep. Like that would be the entire show with
Pondering life.
no explanation whatsoever. Like live with a chat room, just kind of reading it and maybe nodding and laughing from time to time, but never actually acknowledging anything.
Yeah.
But randomly agreeing to things that
Viscous
nobody
Mouth
can
Noise
hear.
is a great band name. We are Viscous Mouth Noise. Thank you. Good night. Yeah. No, that's. Yeah.
Good. Cool. Great.
Yeah, I think that's kind of all I got because I'm hungry now
Yeah.
because this show ran so
starving.
freaking
Oh
long.
yeah. All right, we fooding? Are we fooding and then are we Han Soloing? You up for solo? You don't have to.
Oh, I didn't know that was a plan for today.
It's not a plan for today. I'm planning it right now with
Wow,
everyone here. Yeah.
look at
So solo if you want to. Solo, yes, no.
Hey, we got my dad a car. They're gonna keep the kids. Yeah.
Solo, yes. Solo.
That's
food.
also what?
All
I'm
right.
sure it's it's fine. It just was.
We're gonna
yeah.
figure out if there's a movie theater nearby that allows me to get tickets, and then we're gonna go try to do the solo movie. Although I think since we're no longer on opening day proper, I think it might be a little bit easier. It's still gonna be packed, but all right, let's find out. Hang on, let's find out live on air. Wait, hang on. Who in the chat room thinks that I'm crazy and there's no way?
First of all,
I'm going to
everybody.
get-
Secondly, no, you do that. We'll chat. So, Stratty says, planning right now for right now? Seriously, Ben? That's ad-libbing. Yes, you have no idea. You have no idea.
That is how I live.
Nobody asked you. So, this is the entire life. Yes, exactly. This is what happens. This is everything that happens all of the time. This is exactly why Kat about killed me on our vacation. I wish you could see her face right now. It's about as red as the light I'm looking at. She's pretty much dying and can barely breathe. She knows exactly what I'm talking
I
about.
just pugged it, is what happened.
She did pretty much pug lock on that one. Yeah. Kat likes to plan things. And the funny thing is that somehow I missed that information. I just did not even think to ask in any way, shape, or form, and we all went on vacation. The problem was that there was a launch that Ben had to be here for in California, and so it was Kat and Donna and I in the middle of Walt Disney World, and something went slightly sideways. I can't remember what I think it was. The ride went down, and so like our fast passes weren't available for it. We had to choose new fast passes. I think that's what it was. And so we're going through and we're trying to choose new fast passes, and Donna and I are like, yeah, okay, well, we can't do that, so we'll go do this over here. And Kat's like, you need to tell me what is happening now. And we were like, the ride is down. We're just choosing new fast passes. It's not that big of a deal. And she's like, I don't know what is next. And we were like, we don't know what's next either. We're trying to figure out what's happening. And she's like, I can't get into the app. And I'm like, okay, I understand that.
I can basically pick anything I want at this point.
To exacerbate the issue.
Freaking out. She was freaking out, and that's not an understatement.
To exacerbate
but
the
these
issue,
are-
you and I were able
Clearly I
to
can
control everybody's fast passes, but
Yeah.
she
I
wasn't, so
can
she
have
couldn't see
Atmos,
anything.
digital.
Yeah.
And so we were like hooking up with fast passes, and all of a
Special
sudden,
engagement,
blink,
I
it
can
appears
have
on hers, and
3D.
she's like, "What's going on?"
Pretty much. She was like, we were like, well, what do you want to do?
No,
She's
I'm
like, I don't know
actually
what the
there was only
options
one
are.
showing
Like,
today.
it's like this or this. It's like not that big of a deal. She about had a meltdown. I thought she was going to kill me.
It was a much more stressful time in my life too. I bet
It-
if we were to do
yes,
that now, I'd
absolutely.
Be like, let's do whatever, wherever. I don't
For sure. I mean, to be fair, she was in a completely new situation, in a completely new environment, and not able to make, not just like, not able to make these decisions, but like, I was barely referencing her in any way, shape, or form because I was like, oh, your app is down. Cool. So, Tim, what do you want to do? Yeah, no, that's what you want to do? Yeah, you do that. I'll do this. We'll do this together without her? Absolutely. Let's do that. And she was like, this is not okay. I'm like, oh, okay. That's good to know.
Did you bring up Expedition Everest?
No, I did not bring up Expedition Everest. Did you want to do that?
Look at
You want to tell that story?
So before we get into that,
But you have to check Tar's comment now. Look what he just wrote.
Yeah, Tar's always. Everyone else's chat can go to crap. As long as Kitty has some kind of control over her chat, the rest of the world
as
should be
Carrie Ann
okay.
says, I don't plan a lot of things in advance. Some things I do plan in advance, but things like this, I'm like, whatever, we'll figure it out in a moment. Which worked to my advantage. I can basically have any theater and design I want.
It didn't work to your advantage.
Sure, it didn't
It
work to my
just-
disadvantage. Now I can pick I can pick who's going to show up. I don't have to pay for tickets. And blah 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 blah. Makes my life easy. So the question now is really because I don't like doing the 3D movies. I think they're stupid. So I'm going to ignore 3D. Right? Everyone agrees. Ignore 3D. Cool. So then it's a question of the next movie we can probably hit on time is the 2:45, and that's just a digital 2D. Or if we wait one more hour till 3:45, that's digital 2D with Dolby Atmos. But I think everyone wants to get out of here, so I'm thinking the 2:45 is okay.
I personally would say the later one.
The 3:45?
Because of food things.
Yeah.
Okay, 3:40. Like, did you want to join us? I'm not
I
gonna make
have
you.
to go to Santa Fe Springs.
That sounds like fun.
Got to go to the swap meets.
Or you could be like, I'm not feeling well.
Yes, because the swap meet cares if you're sick.
Because just call the swap meet and be like, hey, I'm sorry, swap meet. Okay, you gotta go ahead and tuck away those deals for today. Can't go buy some half-price band shirts.
Swap meet, by the way, is also a really weird thing that pretty much only happens in California.
Is it?
Yeah.
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 That was America.
No. No.
It has like
Mer-
a really massively large one.
Maybe it's a coastal thing.
Maybe it's a cultural thing. It's not doesn't happen in
Maybe.
the
It
Midwest.
does
Coasts
not
are
happen in the
cool.
Midwest.
Really?
You know what does happen in the Midwest?
It's all outside.
No. You know what does happen in the Midwest?
Cold.
Which apparently does not happen in LA because of like weird like street law, like street reasons. Garage sales.
Really?
Yeah, you can have garage sales any day of the week. It does not matter. Does not matter the time of day. You do not need a permit for it.
I don't think
you
I've seen a garage sale.
No, because you need permits and crap. Like,
You
this
need a
is the
permit for a
weirdest,
garage
dumbest
sale?
thing I've ever heard of in my entire
What
life.
about a lemonade stand?
Yard sales and stuff in like Orange County, but it's like they only do them on Saturdays and Sundays, kind of like
Yeah.
open house things for.
No, no.
I'm
Traditionally,
setting up to do one.
we would have a garage sale
Car
on
boot
Memorial
sale.
Day itself because that's when everybody was around. We would have like barbecue things and like whatever. Kierank in the chat room says, Carrie-Ann, we have it in the UK known as car boot sales.
I love that.
Hey, in
it's
Minnesota, we used to have selling meat out of the back of the trunk of your car as well. So
Hey, speaking of
that was like a
selling
thing.
meat, John Bravo on YouTube says, I live in Kentucky and there are swap meets.
Swap meats, but like meats,
But like
M-E-A-T-S is totally different than M-E-E-T-S.
Speaking of meat.
Just, just so you're aware. What?
Fun, awkward time with Jade.
Right, so we already said the later one without Jade. I don't know why you're like
All
freaking
right.
out.
Later one without Jade?
Yes, he said yes. What?
Jade? Okay, great.
I was gonna check with my mom, but I'm not. So yes.
Yes.
You're not
see?
going to?
Just tell
Okay,
her
1,
when
2,
there's
3,
no
4.
questioning.
Yep.
She's passing.
Anyone else joining us
No.
from the internet?
Nope.
Do I need any more? No? Anyone here in Orange County?
Disney would shut you down so quick. just the way.
Wait.
Amca, Downtown Disney.
If they got a
Downtown
paid
Disney.
ticket for everyone it was being broadcast to, would they really care?
Well,
What did he say? I didn't hear you. I'm not good at hearing.
yeah. You want to repeat? Because I only got every other word.
Can you do that again, Donna?
Oh, for heaven's
If
sake!
they got a paid ticket for
Yeah.
everyone that it was being broadcast to,
Right.
would they really care?
Yeah, I think they would. Because you could probably intercept the
I'm entering
stream,
engineering. You should mute me.
right? And so then you can't unless you're just like all of a sudden, basically car meat. Sorry, Citizen 43237 is continually freaked out about the meat thing in the back of the car. As well, you should be, by the way. I'm not saying that that's a normal thing that should just happen all the time. Yeah. Do they ban large social groups at Disney? I hear something about that. Not as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, because remember they were saying that it looked too gang related, and that it was becoming too much of like a gang environment because of the
Yeah, but I
social
don't think
clubs
they can
with
just,
the
like-
patches and the
Yeah, they kind of.
I don't think they can just ban people, though.
They clamp down on the social clubs, just the
Yeah.
social club people.
So it's like what, they don't get to wear their little patches anymore, or leave the vests at home?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, that must be extremely recent because in the last week we've been 4 times, and for sure one of those times I saw a group of like
Me too.
16 people
In
all
those
sitting
stupid
in
jean
the whole thing.
Right. I think it's just the execution hasn't exactly been on par with the statements they have made. But yeah, this was like a couple months ago, I think.
No, like sincerely, this was a huge
It was turning
group
into
of
like
people.
Sons of Anarchy Disney edition.
It was so. Do you know why and how?
But
they
the thing
formed?
is, but banning them, I don't
Yeah.
think you can just ban an entire group of people. That doesn't make any sense.
So here's the for those who aren't familiar, at Disneyland there are these social clubs, and they all generally all wear these like jean jacket vests.
Yeah, they kind of look like motorcycle clubs, but
sure
kind of
but
cute.
Disneyfied, right? And they've
Yeah.
got the the Tinkerbell and
yes, Sons of
whatever
Mickey is
groups.
probably one of them. Actually, yes. Sorry, go on.
So they've got these different clubs, they've got the patches, and this kind of general, as I understand it, this started back a while ago with the addition of monthly payments to annual passes. And again, as I understand it, I'm going to say that a few more times. People complained, the higher, like, upper middle class or whatever, complained that, like, oh, well, if you allow people to do monthly payments on these passes, you're going to allow the riffraff into the park because they're going to be able to stuff and things. And
Riffraff.
people were like, well, fuck you.
Yeah.
Why can't we come into the park?
That's so
we enjoy the
classist.
park. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, what the hell, guys?
Right?
And Disney was like, yeah, no, we're gonna do this. So they did it, and then kind of as a giant middle finger to those elite people who were like, oh, you shouldn't. They're like, you know what? Fine, and we're gonna show up in our like motor gangsta.
That is so cool. I didn't
Right,
know
and I was totally like, yeah, no, that makes sense, because seriously,
And when
F
was
you guys.
this again? Like, around what year?
This was a long time
like
ago.
80s maybe? 90s?
I don't know, a long time ago.
That's
like
amazing.
well over a decade, well before we were here.
Stick it to the man.
For
Right.
anyone who's interested, you can actually Google Disneyland social clubs, and some of the first hits on there are pictures and articles. I put one in the chat room, the IRC chat room, if you are interested. That shows you kind of what we're talking about.
Yeah. So that was a thing that happened, but if that was true, its roots, I actually agree with. Like its foundation, I'm like, okay, no, I get that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Also, I think it's great. I get that why you did that, but it morphed into this like actual gangs in Disney, like not gangs like you would expect. Like,
But there were actual like conflicts.
there
From
were
what I
actual
understand.
conflicts, yeah, and it was like turf wars and like legal
Yes,
battles started.
exactly. It got
and it's like,
weird.
It got weird, and that was
Yeah.
not if the original story is true. That's not what this was about at all.
Exactly.
Also, it's Disney.
It's freaking
It's freaking just
Disneyland.
stop it.
Come
just
on.
Stop it.
You
Just
look silly.
You look
silly.
You look silly. Although I do own a tiara, so
But you
can't.
pull that off.
I do pull it off.
Fiercely.
I do.
Fiercely.
I actually have worn it at Company X during webcasts. My direct manager, so someone showed up and we were staring at them through the control room window. We were just awkwardly staring, and I had the tiara on, but I couldn't stop awkwardly staring because that person hadn't noticed us yet. My manager walked by the glass, stopped with the person he was walking with, backed up, grabbed a camera, took a picture of me. Now I'm committed at this point, so I
yeah.
can't stop. I can't back down. Was like, cool, and then moved on. And I'm like,
You got it, but see, that's the thing. I admire the commitment. When you're doing something weird or awkward, you
gotta all in.
go full speed ahead. No
Oh, yeah, all
stopping
in.
this weird train.
yeah, it actually gets worse if you don't, I think.
Oh, it's so much weirder if you just don't commit to it, but then you really get yourself in a pickle because you could be standing there for God knows how long. But
Oh, we were actually standing there for a really long time waiting for him to notice us.
it's always worth it, though.
It was mostly worth it.
There's another link in the chat room for those of you who
did
are.
it back up my story, or is it not really?
I haven't gone through all the things
Okay.
yet.
Anyhow. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we got tickets.
Did
you need
you-
to go do your thing.
Yeah.
Did
But
you
thank
wanna
you.
tell the one last story about Kat at Disneyland?
The last story about Cat at Disneyland. So these two are huge Disney World. I'm sorry. These two are huge Disneyland
Sorry, yeah, my
fanatics.
fault.
I never question Gutta's history on Disneyland because I will fail every time. He knows all of the things. It is amazing. It's part of why we like Disney parks is there's this very rich history behind all of it. It's not just a theme park for kids. There's this incredible story behind everything. Disney World, though, that's where we were married, and it's our jam. So, we're bringing them. That was their anniversary present. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Anniversary
It's our
present.
honeymoon, basically.
Cool. So bring them down for their honeymoon. That sounds weird somehow.
Yeah, it does.
Brown Parks, again, I had to show up late because of a launch, but we launched, and literally as soon as we launched, I call the airport, or I call up the airline. I'm like, cool, get me a ticket. They figured it out, flew me down, and then like the next day or something like that, we go to Animal Kingdom. Again, they'd never been, so they had no idea what to expect. And
At this point, I've already determined that Kat really likes to plan things, and I've already shared this information with Ben, and I was like, look, she kind of really doesn't like it when we spring stuff on her, this, that, and the other. And Ben goes, yeah, I don't care. And
I didn't. I'm like, neat.
And so the thing is that
Cool.
the only thing that I was allowed to a certain extent to tell Kat about anything that we were about to do was look, this is a show. Look, this is a ride. Hey, this is a roller coaster. But that's about it. So, but which was great because then that would calm her down a little bit, but very well knowing
And
that this particular roller coaster does not always go forward. And now, Disney's not known for having these thrill rides. That's not their shtick. So she's not expecting anything along those lines.
But she knows it's a roller coaster.
But knows it's a roller
I asked
coaster.
if there were any big drops.
She asked if there was any big
And
drops.
Ben told me no.
And Ben said no.
Yeah, I did. Actually, on that one, I blatantly lied.
He
That is
just
cruel.
straight blatantly lied
I did
all the way
blatantly
around.
lie on
For
that
those
one.
of you who are
Although
not familiar
it
with
isn't really
Everest,
a big drop, I'd say it's a medium drop.
for those of
Big for me.
yeah,
Sure.
those of you who are not familiar with Everest, the whole idea is that there's a Bigfoot type creature on there, a Yeti. You kind of go up a big hill, whatever, and you kind of go down and you go around and you kind of come up to this area and then you stop.
Because the
And
Yeti
it looks
has
like
ripped apart the track.
The tracks are just all right in front of you. It also looks like people have kind of gotten stuck there before and maybe thrown some trash over the side or lost a couple hair bands or anything along those lines. That they just sort of got out of the train and possibly walked away. And so we get up to this point and we stop and she goes, "What? What's going on?"
And Carrie Ann goes, well, the track appears to be broken. And she's like, what?
What do you mean? And,
like,
and
well, we
because they're
can't go
sitting
that
behind
way.
us, and Ben goes, I guess we'll just have to get out now. We'll have to wait for them. And she's like, what do you mean, you guys? I was like, yeah, no, look at it. Somebody lost a hair tie over there. And she's like, no, and it didn't matter because at that point we started going backwards, and we go backwards and into the dark. And she's freaking out.
Quickly, mind you. They don't do it slowly. They're like, cool, you're going that way now.
She's not happy. And we're in the dark, and she's like, and I was like, whoa, that never happens. Which she does not like at all in any way, shape, or form. And you kind of hang there for a second, and then you start going forward again, and you go forward again in the dark and in different path than what you had just previously taken. And she starts going, fuck you guys! At Disney, which is also amazing.
Little kids behind her.
The two of us are laughing so hard, we're both crying.
No, the three of us are
Well,
laughing
that's
hard.
true. Doug is also laughing.
Tim is enjoying
Heartily.
the crap out of this.
Heartily. It's at that point that you get this what we call disco yeti, because these lights start flashing at things, and it looks
the
like
Yeti at the end is broken.
it's
so they're
supposed
just
to like come down and
yeah,
look
it's
like
supposed
it's
to grab at
scooping
you,
at
but they broke the pedestal, so
That's
they're like,
not
instead of
what's
that,
happening.
just shine a light on it.
She's screaming in the back behind us. We are laughing our absolute asses off, and I'm like, she's gonna kill us. He's like, I know.
I was like screaming and cursing and crying all at the same time because it was cold. So the cold wind was going into my eyes, and I couldn't even control my tear ducts.
Like, she couldn't breathe.
Screaming down my face.
She couldn't.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she still wanted to do it again.
And on that vacation, we wrote it 3 more times.
Yeah.
I mean, I still screamed my head off.
And this was your honeymoon?
Yeah.
My
Essentially,
goodness
yes.
gracious.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't get like our honeymoon when we got married because I was in the middle of working. So we like got married on a Monday, had Tuesday and Wednesday to ourselves, and then Thursday was back home, and I had shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I love Travis. These guys are great. They get going off about cauliflower, and I would. I like how it stops there too.
And I would, yeah.
We get to fill in
A
the
little
blank.
bit of a kofefe moment. And I would ... love it.
Love it.
I think he
Love
did that
it.
for dramatic effect. I would love it.
Worked out favor.
Yeah.
All right, no, seriously, we should be done. I've ordered the tickets. Thank you, everyone. People are complaining about us talking about Disney. Dude,
Oh,
it
that's
co-
really too bad.
it comes as a package.
It's so sad that
Comes as
your
a
life
package.
is that terrible that you just don't
my
like
God.
Disney.
Whoa,
Wow.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Thank you all. It was fun and a pleasure. We'll see you next week. Actually, Orion Span is going to be awesome. They do the private space station, so I'm really excited for that particular one. That's going to be really cool. So,
Yeah, that should be interesting.
see you guys next week. Bye.
Look into her face, determination in her eyes. She won't give up or quit or fumble little fashion lines. Filled with awesome expectation, this girl's a fascination. And nothing in her way will keep her from her destination. 'Cause she's fire walking, she's fire walking. When it's hot, she keeps on moving. Through the heat, keeps on improving. Yeah, she's fire walking, she's fire walking to be free.
Hold, please. Mike, you are free to go if you need to get to the expo.
But yeah, I think that was okay considering the technical difficulties we've had.
Yeah, not bad. Good work.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and I will. I'll at least see you, Cena, later, and yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Thanks.
There we go. Okay, cool. I was like, not again. Why am I all messed?
What was the issue with that mic? The mic cable? Benny?
He's not listening.
You guys don't need me for comments, right? Correct. You guys are saying cool. Go across more people at the conference. Come interview. You'll have fun. I'm excited. Yeah, I didn't realize that it's until yesterday that they actually did it all this time. Oh yeah, it was around the country. It was yeah, around the world too. They went to like Canada and Puerto Rico.
Thank you, Athena.
Thank you.
Bye. Have fun.
Will this work?
That'll be you. Yeah, you'll be on Commander.
Show guys.
Oh, you know what? Let me. Always forget to do this. And it looks so gross on camera. There we go. Oh. Oil, gross. Sorry, I have a very oily face, and it shows on camera. It's pretty gross. All right.
You ready?
Yes.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Okay.
Waited this long.
Yeah.
Jared's still on the line. Why don't you just toss for real?
Yeah.
We'll wait for Jared to actually get on the line, and then you can just throw it to Jared, and then you're done until the third segment.
Well, can she practice?
Oh yeah, you can practice.
It's just the escape velocity, right? And orbital citizens.
Escape
Before we
velocity
get into our main topic.
And then thank you to our Escape Velocity patrons as well as our orbital citizens. Citizens. These people are the lifeblood of the show. They help make it go.
Yeah.
If you want to figure out how you can help become the blood of the show,
Patreon. If you would like to be the body and blood of this show.
Patreon.com/TMRO.
Ouch.
Jared is over at wherever the hell he is.
What? The Riverside Telescope Makers Conference. Right? Astronomy Exo.
Yeah. Well, then you say, now we're going to throw it live over to Jared at the Riverside Maker blah 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 conference, and that's all you need to do. You feel free to practice it as we wait for
Jared, who is
here imminently
at the Riverside Telescope Makers Conference Astronomy Expo. Now we're going to throw it over to Jared. Is that the... Bye.
I have taken over the newsroom. This is my room now. I will bring you all of the space news.
He is the space news.
Aw. I have none of the power, though. I can be like, all me, and the Dutta can be like, no.
Let's be honest. I barely have power at this moment.
For those of you just joining us, there's normally a giant control surface that sits right there. In fact, hang on.
Oh, ooh, this is exciting. Here we go. Don't hurt yourself.
So this is what we use. This is what we use to technical direct the show. One of these. And you'll notice that it's in my hands, not over there.
Instead of in mine.
It decided not to power on this morning because I don't know why. Because I think I must have tempted the tech gods. So yeah, that did not. So Dutta has been directing the entire show on a laptop. There is nothing worse than trying to technical direct live television via a laptop. Truly, nothing worse. And so I feel for him. I will be ordering some parts like as soon as this show is done because I would Actually, what you don't know is normally Dutta also does all the lower third graphics and whatnot. I've actually been controlling those in the room next door because there's just no way you can bounce between all the screens necessary to like change the graphics, then change the thing all within a split second time. Whereas on the control surface, you can just be like, boop, and it all happens. You have to say boop, by the way, right? You,
I do, yeah.
Yeah, you say boop. You have to go boop, or it doesn't work. So, fun.
Mine's more of a 1K.
Hey, I just realized that are things getting pushed to the chat room? Question mark. Oh, we just haven't pushed anything to air.
Yeah.
No. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's a good push. All right. you gotta bring it. So I was looking at my preview screen and I realized that the last thing we pushed to air was from pre-show. So then I asked him to he pushed something and that's what he decided to push. Dutta is awesome. Also, huge thank you to Colton as we're waiting here for still haven't figured out. Oh yeah, guest. There we go. Huge thank you to Colton. He's been doing some behind the scenes, I'll call it foundation work on the chat room that you use on TMRO.tv. It's not super visible from from a user perspective. This isn't work that you are going to see yourself, but it's stuff that, again, it's foundation, so like you'll be able to build on top of that and make it actually quite a bit better. You're starting to Dutta the Great. That's not going to go to your head at all.
I need a bit of a surge before my 5-week hiatus.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be gone forever. When does that start?
God.
June 22nd.
We're gonna be sans Dutta, so I better fix that board because I don't think I can direct in software. I'll just be angry the whole time. Really? Dutta the okay-ish. Dutta,
Ooh.
I mean, it works.
Fighting words. Here we go.
Thanks. That's a good one. That's a good one. But that one's duty.
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 Duty, the more indispensable than Ben.
Yep, that's
I don't know why that was Italian, but.
Well, I mean, it's probably the E.
Italian-ish.
Esque.
Ha. Ha. Oh, here we go. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's
How's Jared?
taken, but
Still working on Wi-Fi's?
that's.
We're waiting on it. So for the reason we're stalling, by the way, everyone, is
Is kaput. It's not happy with anything. Switching over to the MacBook Pro.
there you go. There was a debate as to whether he'd use the Mac or the Windows laptop. Oh, surprise, surprise, ended up on a Mac. Just saying. Although we use them all, right? So there's a Windows box right there that's running the show. There's a Macintosh, right? It's hard to do. Right there, that's running the show. Here's a Macintosh that's dead and that doesn't do anything, which is why, by the way, why it sits here and because it's funny. Maybe give. This is slightly annoying. So the new Zoom stuff, when it's in a thing, it always shows you the return video. Huh. Sir Game a Lot is educating me on things. It's duty means go in Romanian.
Romanium?
That's what it says, Romanian.
Oh, Romanian. Sorry, I thought you said Romanium, which sounds like a new element, so that's kind of cool.
I don't have ears in, so I can only I'll have to go put ears in. Hang on.
Talking all this smack. Don't even know.
You might want to mute me. I'm walking by a speaker.
Crappy ears for you in here, but I don't know if you want to.
Gosh, I really wish I knew some good jokes. I only know bad ones. Oh, I got the spinning wheel of death. Oh no, I was on dad jokes earlier today. I should remember. Gosh darn it. I have one. Do you guys want to know what my grandma said before she kicked the bucket? How far you think I can kick this bucket? Thank you. Now the world's a better place. Oh, I broke my computer. Let's see. I got more.
There's a Jared.
Ooh, yay. Only my computer froze. How do you
Come in, Jared.
How do you control Alt Delete on a Mac again?
94%, so I can work for it.
How long?
Yeah, there's like a.
We shouldn't be too long, like till maybe 1:30 max. I don't think they're gonna be.
I think I might have
that
fixed
long.
it. Hold on.
I'm just trying to get my headphones to work because they're not connecting.
I'm just going.
To answer your question, Command Option Escape is the same thing.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Okay.
Hey, Jared.
Thank you.
Where am I? MS. Oh, I am unmuted. Hey, Jared.
Do you want me to just type
I'm
S?
MS1.
It's not. They've been pushing and it's not coming across.
Jared.
So
Hey, Jared.
that's fine. We'll just
Jared.
get rid of that.
The actual chat is working.
Awkward moments.
We're gonna definitely need to close that door.
Music to my ears.
Yes, actually, if you can, that would be great.
Hi, Jared.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
You are
Okay, awesome.
you are in an underwater submarine.
Am I?
You didn't used to be.
Oh well, I don't like being in a submarine. So
What audio are you using? Like what microphone? Can you hear me? You can hear me, yeah.
well, right now I have my Bluetooth headphones on, so maybe it's running through that instead.
Yeah, you're on a Macintosh or a PC?
Mac.
Go to System Preferences. Although Zoom might override that, I just realized.
We'll find out in a little bit.
Yeah, System Preferences, then Sound, then Input. Real-time text.
Colonel
alert.
Mike.
There you go.
And now, does that sound a lot better?
It sounds a lot better.
Okay, good. So that's what we want.
Awesome. All right, so the plan is to basically just rotate the laptop to whoever's, is that the?
Yeah, so we're kind of hanging out here right now, and we've got at least 2 people lined up, so we're gonna work with that, and they're gonna sit next to me right here. And we're going to be our trying though. If you guys want to put it right there, if you can.
We might have to temporarily unplug the power.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Yeah, stand by, guys. We're having like a fun time up here.
All right, cool.
Don't worry about that. I'm gonna do it from over here. Okay.
All right.
You
And Jared, and Jared, just so you know, we're ready when you are. So whenever you're ready to go.
Okay, we're waiting for a we're putting a telescope behind us. So but it's very big, you'll see. So they're be very careful. I gotta get out of the way. So
oh my God.
There you go.
It's huge. It's huge.
Rotate it the other way. So
Jeez.
Looks like a cannon.
That's like 2
it's the absolute
It's a
unit.
little excessive.
That's like 2 units of ray.
Okay.
The astronomical.
Yeah, the astronomical unit.
You sure it's not a smokestack?
You don't want me to log into the system.
What's up?
You don't want me to log in.
No, I'm in it on here, so and that's how we'll how we'll do it. So
So we don't need this anymore.
nope, we're gonna get rid of that. So
I'm trying to look at the frames. Yeah, watching the frames. I also don't want this thing just bonk people on the head.
Well, good thing we have eyes, dude.
But close.
all right. I think we're actually good.
Unless you want to pull the desk out.
No, I think this will be fine.
Okay.
We'll just talk, hey, we got a telescope behind us here. It's a little close, but it's okay.
So Jared, I'm just curious. Are you broadcasting? Where are you broadcasting from?
Like location wise?
No, I meant like a room.
The room? Yeah, we're in a really big empty room.
Okay.
In here. So, could we? I was gonna say, could we grab our 2 people we're gonna interview, Martin and Travis, and have them come in, and then we can close that door to try to isolate the audio from that. So, is there something up that you guys are noticing?
Nope.
Or?
No, I was just curious. Just curious. Looked like there was a fireplace behind you, and I was like, "Are we in like a lodge? What's going?"
Yeah, welcome. Welcome to my wonderful cabin I have up here. It's full of
with your
delicious
Perrier.
wines, and
Books.
wonderful cheeses. We'll go out and take a look at the stars a little bit later. So.
That was the most awkward thing I think we've ever aired on this show.
The most awkward, really?
Good.
That's the most
Good.
awkward? Challenge accepted, young man.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, just making sure the host channel is still working for me. So, all right, cool. This is gonna be fun because like I only have one laptop because the Surface was like, I'm not gonna work. So no matter what we did to it. So, okay, we closed the door. How's that for background audio?
About the same. It's all right.
Is it? Oh, okay, because there's a lecture happening in like the room next to us, and it's loud. So we were wondering if you could hear it.
I get no bleed, but it is echoey. That's
Yeah,
fine.
you're definitely coming to us from a big, empty, dirty church.
Big dirty
That is
church
Steve
with the
Brule
world's largest
reference.
microscope right behind me
World's
here.
biggest microscope. Where'd you get your jacket?
Yeah.
Cool
So I
guy.
think we're just waiting
Cool guy.
for Martin and Travis, right? Do we know where Martin and Travis are?
I don't know what they look like, so.
Oh, okay, that helps.
We might want to delay his audio a bit. I know that it's floating, but it seems to be consistently off by the same amount. Hey, Jared, what'd you have for
Go
breakfast?
ahead and delay me as much as you need to. What I have for breakfast, I had bacon, which we had the really thick sugar maple bacon this morning. We put it on a baking sheet in the oven and we cooked it that way. And then we had we poured the bacon grease off of the pan when we were done cooking into a skillet and made some eggs in that. And it was delicious this morning. Put some nice salsa on it as well. And it was, yeah. And I
Doesn't
gotta
seem to make
say,
any
the
change. Is it
Starbucks
enabled?
double shot espresso that I had with that as well is like really working
Oh, he's gotta be like one
amazingly
second,
right
go
now.
up to like
So,
1,000.
are we good?
Nope, not yet. Sorry. What'd you have for
Oh,
dinner
okay.
last night?
What's up?
What'd you have for dinner last night?
For dinner last night, I had.
More?
What did I have for dinner last night? We had a lot of Dr. Pepper and Malibu rum. I could tell you that.
That's all right.
So
chips.
that's one thing. A lot of chips. We had some chips with that as well. So yeah, it was pretty good. You know, we came out and we were taking a look at all the telescopes last night, and it was not a particularly good night because the moon was so bright and the air was very unstable last night as well. So, so a lot of people by midnight were wrapping it up. It was like not ideal. So, so we'll see what happens tonight because the moon's going to be even brighter, and then Sunday it's going to be even brighter. So that'll be fun. So we'll figure that one out and see what's up with that. So yeah, hopefully that's good. So
Yep. Your bandwidth sucks.
that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. We're getting clean audio. Your video's stuttering. The audio video is drifting in and out. It'll be fine for the interview because Zoom is so much better than Skype. But yeah, we're definitely getting syncs and drops and whatnot. But you're easy to understand, which is just a wild improvement over Skype. So I'll take it.
Okay, that's good. All right, cool. Yeah, you know, we're in the mountains. So
Yeah, I understand. Although, interestingly enough, your sync just kind of slid into place a little bit better.
Yeah.
But you're
Okay.
still maxed at 500?
Jeez, 100?
No, 500.
500.
We are delaying your audio by
500 milliseconds.
We're delaying your
Oh my
audio by
gosh.
half a second in order to try to compensate for the drift we're seeing. And that's as high as we can make it. We actually need to delay it by about 1.5 seconds. At times, but your audio, that's part of our gripe with Zoom is that your audio, Zoom takes priority on audio, which is exactly what we want, so that's a good thing, but they seem to decouple it from the video, which is probably how they're able to make priority on audio. Go ahead.
We're not going to use that actually. So we ended up getting everything working on one right here. So yeah, thank you though. We appreciate
All those miles.
the offer. We're sorry.
Found my little cord, you know.
Were you
So-
trying to add other large microscopes?
What's up?
Were you trying to add other large microscopes?
No, our wonderful hosts up here at RTMC have been grabbing their own like laptops and tablets and trying to help us out as much as possible. They've been fantastic up here. So,
Internet, you're basically getting your After Dark in the middle of the show. So, how fun is that?
yeah, how neat is that? That's pretty neat.
How's it been going other than, not so awesome weather? How's it been going?
I'm gonna take my toys out.
Oh, up here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's been pretty great. I mean, it's beautiful up here. We're just above 7,000 feet up in the Big Bear area, and we're east of Big Bear, so we're like actually in, I think, the San Bernardino National Forest, like right in the middle of it, and it is just gorgeous out here. It's beautiful. It's very comfortable outside. You don't have to wear a heavy jacket, and at night it's not like too cold where you can't you're gonna freeze your hands off or something. It's really been like really great. So, and it's just so much fun up here. So
all you need is better internet.
Yes. Yeah, I'm glad that I've got the headphone in. So that's for sure. So instead of broadcasting that to the whole room. So yeah, I'm sure they would like that. So we're good for Martin and Travis if they want to stop by.
Martin and let him start.
Okay, sure thing.
Oh, Jared, one last thing. We're trying something a little bit new today. So Jade is going to do the introduction with the slates and be like, hey, welcome back. Thank you to all of our patrons, blah, 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 blah. She's going to go through all the Patreon stuff, and then she's going to go, and now Jared Head is at the blah, 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 and toss it to you, and you can just run with it from there.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw you guys were working on that, and that sounds like this week's going to be a good week to try that out. So.
Yeah, it feels like a good thing. I think we're gonna, just for anyone watching, I think we're gonna try this for a few weeks, just even in the shows in general, just to see how we like it. Kind of making the Capcom role always in charge of bringing us in and out of all of the segments, all three of them, which they haven't traditionally done. I think it's actually gonna make a little bit more sense. So I'm gonna try it out this week. It actually seems to make a lot of sense, and then we'll see how it goes and tweak as necessary. So
yeah,
there you go. It's a
awesome.
It's a carry-on idea. So we're still just waiting for guests.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the people I'm going to interview to show up. So
we could have.
They were here.
Do you want to awkwardly start without them and make it as awkward as possible?
Sure.
Yeah.
I could sit here.
Just
you
be like, we
like
could toss to you and be like, we're not ready yet, and then you could just awkwardly sit there in silence, like sipping a tea or something and reading a book.
And breathe really hard, but breathe audibly and make some weird mouth noises.
Jared.
I knew I could count on you.
I was going to say, there's since we were talking about Steve Roll earlier with the Big Dirty Church, there is one of the sketches where they cut to him and he's like, no, I'm not ready, go back. And they keep cutting back and forth between the news team and him. So we could do that if you wanted to. We could recreate it. So.
I feel like that's one of the last things we want to emulate on this particular show. Maybe an After Dark, but not show proper.
Hey, can I have you guys push something to my host channel? Because my regular chat channel, it works for about a minute and then it freezes. So
yeah,
So let me know if you can.
We need you.
There's lots of things already pushed to the host channel, so you should be able to see that.
Well, I want to see if there's new stuff because my actual thing is not
new stuff.
updating.
There's new stuff all the time.
He wants to see if it's still updating. Just push anything blue.
Yeah. There's been 3 things in the last 5 seconds.
Okay, I'm not getting anything through the chat here, so.
All right.
So it'll work for about a minute and then it'll cut out. So.
Yeah, you're probably just disconnecting from the chat. You're on beta chat, yes?
Yes.
What about the original chat? Does the original chat work any better?
I don't know. I haven't used that in months. So
tech support live.
I don't even remember how to do that.
It's just chat.tmro.tv. That's all. Get rid of all the other stuff.
Okay, let's log in.
So you're Martin.
Okay.
How long you think you can do with Martin? Go and get Travis.
We could probably do about 20 minutes. I think that would be good, and then we can grab Travis, or if Travis wants to come in and kind of watch, he's welcome to do that too. So, yeah, if he wants to. So we're coordinating. So, okay. I'm seeing if the chat room's working any better at the moment. So,
in a worst case scenario, we might be able to. Does Discord work for you?
Oh yeah. Okay. The chat is working. And then you guys start pushing things, and let me see if that comes up here.
I don't think it will in the regular chat room.
Okay.
So, is Discord working?
Chat's out.
Oh, that might be us globally. Stand by.
I'm sure Colton restarted.
Hey, Jared, try heading over to. Let me know when it's back up. Hang on. Hold. RTLS.
So we're trying to get our chat up and running, so that way people
All
watching
right, Jared,
live
go
can
ahead.
actually.
Jared, go ahead and go back. Go ahead and go back to beta chat.
Okay, heading back to beta.
Yep.
Okay.
So you actually got done. Might as long as you want. It's calling it your works.
Okay.
Any better? You just pushed something.
Okay, I saw one pushed.
There's motion cars.
Yay! Everything's getting pushed.
Cool.
All right.
Huzzah!
We're
hey,
good.
hey, Jared, red push something for me. Anything you want. Boom!
There you go.
Perfect, thank you. That, by the way, I just want
All
to
right.
point out is magic. You're in the middle of the mountains and pushing content to our screens here in Anaheim.
Yes, I am. So
Yeah.
I'm literally like 100 miles away from you guys, and people are chatting from somewhere in the world, and we're just sending it out there for everyone. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. Great, Ben. Great. All right. All right, Martin, if you want to come on over.
That happened
All right.
in real time.
So
You're
yeah,
welcome,
okay.
Internet.
So
With no switches.
All right. So.
All right.
So this view right here is our well, it is out to the world. So
okay.
So that's what we've got today. We're just gonna kind of just have a conversation, kind of talking about amateur astronomy, and then this is our chat room here, and we'll be getting questions from people watching live in real time, and then we'll actually push them to air, and we'll answer their questions if they have any. So
love it.
Yeah, all good.
All right, Jared, you ready?
Okay. All right. Sounds like we're good up here, guys.
Great. Let's start in black, picking over, and go with the segment. Thanks, all.
Are we ready?